Yo, you already have the answers. Why ask the question? It's stupid, for a panel or discussion to throw out a question, where are all the good black men, or why aren't, black men choosing black women? Okay, so you're asking a question geared towards the men. The men can only answer that question. Okay, that's who you need to answer. But instead of actually listening to a response, what happens? You cut the man off so that you can give your own answer that still makes you feel good, right? It's an avoidance, right? You don't want to know the truth, so you'll answer your own question as an attempt to prevent you from possibly getting news that you don't want to hear or have to deal with, right? If I never tell it to you, how can you actually deal with it? The crazy thing is, the question is posed, where are all the good black men? I don't care how you phrase it. But what do you get? Oh, there's not enough of them. There's more black women. They're gay. They're in jail. They don't have jobs. They're after white women. So I'm like, well, you answered the question. Haven't you? You've successfully answered the question. Where are all the good black men? And you gave me a list of where they are. And you even went as far as to say we need to, think about how we're doing things. We have to explore dating non-black men. So you did everything. You answered the question and you provided yourself with a solution. So why still pose the question? The crazy thing is, like I said before, it's crazy how they avoid actually talking to black men. See, I watched the special, and the men on the panel had books out. Okay, Hill Harper, Steve Harvey, the other dude, they all had books. And they're businessmen. So they're not going to say anything that's going to, be too real. Why? Because they need the women to buy the books, especially the type of black woman that was at that little event. These are the women that they say, hey, yo, we need them to spend their $20 buying our book. So let's not say anything. Let's play into how they feel. Right? Let's play into the whole idea of, oh, maybe you need to lower your standards. Right? Because there's so many black men in jail, or, black men are not educated, or black men are doing this and black men are doing that. Right? So, even with those men there, they're nothing more than puppets. They're not going to say the truth. They're not going to say, they're not going to, really put it out there, the reality of the situation. So why ask? Right? Yeah. Part of the reason to why a lot of black women can't find the quote-unquote productive, successful black man is because they have standards or, expectations that just don't exist. So what they're looking for isn't there. Right? It just, you have to create it. But what never gets talked about is the whole idea of maybe what you're looking for is unobtainable to you. Right? So maybe what you're looking for does exist, but unfortunately, you don't have what it takes to obtain it. You're never going to hear that. Why? Because it will burst the ego. So the whole idea, look at me, I'm successful, I'm a career woman, I'm doing so well, that bubble will be bursted the second that they hear, you may not have what it takes to get what, to obtain what you're looking for. It's there. Brothers, that's something that, you have to deal with. And we know it. It's like the brother who wants the Beyonce chick. Yeah, they're there. But you may not have what it takes to obtain her. You may not have what she's looking for. Yes, there are black men out there who, in terms of what they're looking for, it doesn't exist. It's not out there. Unless you plan on making some sort of, robot, right? It's just not there for you. Or she could be there, okay? She could exist in real life, but you don't have what it takes to obtain her. And the sad thing is, the women have no issue with the whole idea of you're not in my league. They have no problem putting it out there. They have no problem saying, I have X, Y, and Z. Therefore, I'm looking for X, Y, and Z out of you. I don't care how you feel. If you want to be in a relationship with me, right, this is what you need to have. And brothers, we've had to deal with it. It is what it is. Step your game up, or, find something else. It's as simple as that. That you can get mad, you can get, upset, you can feel sorry for yourself, but at the end of the day, you have two choices. You're either going to step your game up, okay, to the level that they're looking for, or you're just going to move on to something else, whether it's a different, category of black woman or running off and getting a non-black girl. It doesn't matter. Those are your two choices. But unfortunately, when it's flipped around, okay, and the women want to know what's going on with the well-to-do sort of black man, this never comes out. You're just not in his league at the end of the day. So he's there and you can see him, but sorry, you're not in his league. Right? We've already talked about how men who are on point will always be looking for certain things in a particular order. They're going to be looking for age, beauty, intelligence. Okay, not necessarily, is she established in her career? No. No, all the time. I've said this, on countless occasions. Every couple of months, I'm getting some message or some mail inviting me to a wedding, and it's usually one of the girls I went to school with in high school or college. She's Middle Eastern, or she's Asian, and she's Indian, and she's 25, 26, and she's marrying a dude who's 33, 34. And she's just finishing up with grad school, or she just got into her job and her career, and she's getting with the dude who's established. Okay? But if you look at the panel, the women in the audience as well, what age did those women look like they were in? They look like they were in their mid-30s. Some of them look like they were damn near 40. Not trying to put them down, not trying to say that they're somehow, less of a person or undesirable, but in terms of what the man wants, in terms of the man that you're looking for, who is in his prime, you don't fall under that category, so you're out of his league. Your job, your career, your money doesn't put you in that league. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It doesn't. If money could, somehow reverse your age, okay, maybe we're getting somewhere. But, it doesn't, and as simple as that. And it's unfortunate because the women don't want to hear it. Because like I said, it's such an ego booster, it's not even funny. It's crippling. It removes all the power that the 30-year-old professional black woman, look at me, I'm in corporate America, look at my car, look at my home. It means nothing. It's of no use. But you never get that. I never understood it. No one's stupid. We get that there's a lot of black men on point who are not on point, excuse me. Okay. We get that a lot of black women need to reevaluate what they're looking for because it may not be there. But what's never said is that, quite frankly, a lot of y'all are not in the league of the men you're looking for. You're not. And this is where it becomes, not politically correct to say so. Like I said, when it's flipped around and it's the women telling the black man, you really can't get me. I'm sorry. You're not in my bracket. As a man, you just have to deal with that shit. Don't cry about it. Step your game up or move on. It's as simple as that. Case closed. But it was on the other side when it's flipped around. You never get it. So you're going to continue to see events like this until somebody has the balls to say it or put it out there. You're not on my caliber. Yes, I can be 35, established, got money, got the career, and I'm in my prime and I have leverage. And you could be my female counterpart, but guess what? You have no leverage. I'm not checking for you. You're not in my league, sweetie. Your money and your career doesn't put you in my league. It doesn't. I'd rather take your younger sister. No one is saying that I don't place a value on education or career, because Lord knows I would want my own daughter to be professional and successful. But I don't need you to be established. Like I said, ideally we want you to be 24 to 27. You know, you got into your career. You're a little bit more mature. You're probably finishing up some sort of post, some sort of advanced degree, or you're finishing up your master's, or, your law degree, and you're entering into your new career field, right? That's what we're looking for. But if you're not there, guess what? You're not in my league. And until somebody says that, you're going to continue to get the same sort of shit that we saw in the Nightline special, right? It's not about being rude or disrespectful, but it's keeping it real. You ask the question. Be prepared for the answer. Y'all take it easy. God bless.